Hey, party people, it's Cliff. You know, the hardest part about staying out of debt is staying out of debt. It's keeping out of debt. Or what should I say? Like, the day that you get out of debt will be the day that it doesn't feel like it. It'll feel like you've accomplished nothing. It'll feel like that all of the work that you did to, pay off all your bills, like get your finances in order, take care of all the things, and everything is good. Look at this little squirrel running on the road. he's got a little nut in his thing. Oh, there's a biker. And that's what you'll get in LA, man. Like everybody's everywhere. Things just happen. I haven't even gotten out of the parking lot yet. But it's one of those things where that's the hardest part about staying out of debt, is that the months that come afterwards, after you've paid off all your debt. And because of that, you get into this mode where it's like, oh yeah, like I got all my debts paid off. I'm saving money for a rainy day. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, that thing that I wanted, that I could buy, I could get it. I could buy it. And that's the trap. The actual true trap. It's not getting out of debt, it's staying out of it. What's happening here? There's so many people. Everybody's doing their thing. Is this fella crossing? Alright, he's crossing, and we're going. Ooh, it's a bright day today. I might put on the glasses. In fact, I will. But I've always held that, or at least I've been out of debt for a decade now. And, the things always come up, right? Like, oh, I want this new bike, or I want this new scooter, or that new Porsche looks great, or this car is amazing, or I want to take on this vacation, I want to get the next video game. And all of those things, they bubble up, they come up, and you're like, and I have a thing that sort of manages that want or that need for all of this debt, or the spending at least. And that is, number one, if you cannot afford it 3 times, you can't afford it. So let's say that, you wanted to buy something and it costs $100. If you do not have $300 in your bank account, you can't buy that. Likewise, that goes for all levels of wealth. Your car, your house, with some exceptions, right? A home and a car are a different kind of ball game. But let's just say, the mortgage payment on them, or the loan payment. If you can't afford the loan payment like 3x, then you can't buy it. You can't buy the car. You can't buy the house. And that's the idea and the stipulation that I've kept with forever and a day. And because of that, I've been able to systematically kind of stop these unnecessary purchases. And the other thing that I keep in mind is what is it? I'm about to get some breakfast at Taco Bell. Well, one of them is don't eat terrible food, but it's better to maintain an old thing and keep it running than to buy a new thing and not maintain it at all. Because if you maintain the old thing, it's going to keep working, and it's going to keep doing you right, and it's not going to, I don't know, do something.
Hi, are you checking in with your app to earn rewards points?
No app.
Hello, how you doing? What can I do for you?
Hi, morning. Could I get your breakfast crunch wrap combo?
Oh, well, yeah, sure. What kind of drink would you like?
With a Diet Pepsi.
You got it. Yeah, sure.
And that's it.
That would be then $8.77 at the window.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hey there. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, appreciate it. Now, this would be interesting on the video, wouldn't it? Just sitting in the drive-thru, not doing anything.
Would you like any sauce?
No, I'll be all good. Appreciate it, though.
Have a great day.
Hey, you too. Thank you very much. All right, where are we at? Getting out of debt? Doing that thing? I'm not going to cut that out. You can watch it or not watch it. You've experienced it before, you know, going through a drive-through, doing the thing. But one of the things of being out of debt is that you can, you know, or at least in my shoes, I can go and, you know, and just catch a meal here and there and do whatever I kind of want, and it'd be fine. I need to make a U-turn here. U-turn somewhere. But one of the other things that I've always kept in mind is that if I really want something, if I really wanted to buy something, I would wait 7 days. I would just wait 7 days, and I'm like, I have a list of things on my list that's like, hey, you know, this is the thing I want to buy. And then I just wait for 7 days. And then if I forget about the thing that I wanted to buy after 7 days, then I don't get it. So that's a thing that I've used to help me not get anything, you know. And I guess like it's the same with going out and watching a movie. It's the same with, you know, going out to the mall and seeing like a new like shiny thing or whatever. Now, don't get me wrong, there's things that I actually need, you know, and things that I use, and things that you use constantly, right? Like I blow my nose, I use tissues, you know, I do that all the time. Speaking of blowing my nose, I might have to blow my nose again. But that's okay, you know. Part of the whole reason why, you know, I'll keep saying this is why AI is not going to work, is because AI is not going to, you know, here's an idea, right? So, of all the corporate advertising and, you know, like things that happen in advertising, right, is that corporations want to be on your good side. Corporations want people to like their products and their services in order for those people to buy into the product or services. So AI needs to adapt to that. AI needs to, you know, AI is just like fortune cookies that happened in America, right? There was an experiment with fortune cookies where the little messages inside of fortune cookies basically said real things like, hey, you should lose some weight, or hey, you should you know, get out of debt, or hey, you should consider, you know, donating to charity, right? And people hated those messages when they got the fortune cookies, and the businesses and the Chinese food and the stuff that they went to, like, they got less money. Nobody wanted to eat Chinese food because of these fortune cookies. So now if you go to Panda, if you open up like 20 or 30 or 40 fortune cookies, all the little fortunes in there will say dumb shit like, oh, your friends are just around the corner, or they're like, you will thrive in this weird environment, and all of those messages, like all these like messages that are kind of like, happy, like, oh, you cannot, in other words, you can't have any negative fortune cookie messages. And it's the same with AI right now. It's like AI is not going to give you like negative messages. AI is always going to give you positive messages. And through that, with paying off debt, and AI, if they know that you've paid off debt, it's going to say stuff like, oh, it's okay, you've paid off all your money, you can buy that whatever the fuck, whatever the thing is. And it's like, oh, well, that's nice. And like, splurge yourself, oh, it's cool, you can, I'm going to encourage you to get things. And if you think about what AI's purpose is, right, and how it's going to make money, because that's the core of everything, is like, and that's how you get trapped, is if you get into debt. That's one of the ways that capitalism traps you, is like, you get into debt, you have to continue to work, you have to continue to produce, and you have to continue to acquire money from other places. But it's one of those things where AI is going to encourage you to get stuff and buy stuff based on like who you are personally, and the world's just not ready for it. And part of the reason for me having the structure of saying like, what, I'm not going to buy anything, I'm not going to sign up for a membership service unless I wait 7 days. I can't afford that thing unless I can buy it 3 times. But those core like values, or the core like rules to follow, are the rules that are going to keep you out of debt, and they're going to keep you grounded, and they're going to keep you from making irrational decisions. And that's the whole point, right? So that's it. That's pretty much it, right? Like, I'd say a irrational decision, I mean, look, we're all susceptible to it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna drive into work, and then I'm like, you know what, I want some Taco Bell. Got some Taco Bell. And it happens every day. You watch those videos about the poor kids who are barely 16 getting their Dodge Hellcats in their cars and spending $100,000 on a car. Man, you need a used Honda Civic that costs you $2,000. Like, and you need to drive that around for 10 years. That's what you need. You need a car that's easily maintainable, a Toyota or Honda, and that's the only way you get ahead. Like, interestingly enough, as I blow my nose again, there are a couple ways that you can get ahead, right? The first way is you hustle. And you hustle and you make your $1,000 or $10,000 or $20,000, and then you take all that money and you reinvest it into the thing that you're doing. Well, eventually, something happens where that stops, and you can look at Instagram influencers or TikTokers or any of those folks, where if the money dries up on those platforms, then their entire business model collapses and crumbles. And so, it's, I guess for me, it's all about stability. It's not about the flash in the pan stuff, and like all of the things that come before it are all like flash in the pans. The big things, right? .com bubble, like cryptocurrency. Now it's AI. And then once AI has like extracted all the wealth out of, the people who are trying to invest in it to make all this money, then the entire industry is going to move over to something new, right? Oil extraction. What's the price of it? $5.79, and that's not even a branded oil. Like, it's at $6, $7 a gallon over here in California, and that's what the system does. It continues to extract money out of your bank account, and it gets you into debt. Insurance is like, my car insurance alone is like $200 a month. And, you know, it's like, really? Like, I drive a Honda and it's $200 a month in LA. Like, all right, you know, that's the thing that I got to deal with. Fair. Oh man. But yeah, that is the hardest part about staying out of debt, is realizing that you're out of debt and you have a safety net of money. You have a safety net of, you know, and you have a good head on your shoulders. That's the other thing too. It's like, you really have to have a good head on your shoulders. You really have to not chase the next thing. And I guess, like, for me, seeing the celebrities, seeing all the Hollywood fame and fortune and all of that stuff, like seeing the behind the scenes, like, kind of tempered my expectations about, you know, getting to the next level, right? Because everybody's always thinking about getting to the next level, and I've seen the drama that causes. I've seen the repercussions of that next level, and I don't want to be part of that statistic of, you know, I don't know, how should I say, like, I don't want to be in that, like, world where, you know, had everything and then lost it all, I guess you could say. So, stability, you know, what's worked for the last 100 years. Maybe that's another message. It's like, you know, there are things that are classics, and there are things that stay true over the test of time. And if you stay true to those tests of times, those things, which I kind of don't know them, I kind of, like, it's almost like a feeling, right? It's that anything new and shiny that hasn't been proven yet, you're kind of like, all right, well, maybe I'll, you know, if I can risk it, I can invest a little bit into it. But, you know, sometimes it's not. But stuff that's tried and true, that stands the test of time, you know. I guess the best example is a screwdriver, right? Screwdriver has been around for 200, well, maybe not 200 years, but it's been around for 100 years. You can't really upgrade it now. I mean, you can upgrade it with a little ratchet or anything, which is, you know, a little bit more convenient, but you know, a tool like a hammer, like, you can make it all kinds of different shapes and whatever, but a hammer is all it's going to hammer in a nail. That's, you know, it's not going to change. So, or an axe, you know, tools that stand the test of time. And it's those financial stability things that stand the test of time that you gotta, you know, invest in, I guess. But anyway, I don't know where this eventually ended up, but you got to see some Taco Bell, and subscribe and like and whatever. I don't care if you do or not, but I'm about to get to work. And I hope you guys have a good day out there, and I hope you guys are out of debt. And if you're getting out of debt, well, that's the hardest part, is staying out of it. So, see you later. Bye.